Okay, let's see if we can make this one turn up a treat. I'm wondering how we're going to make this one. This one's going to use a lot of black toner, folks. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have here, the front cover is Land Rover One Life, so it's a Land Rover magazine, and on the back we've got this watch commercial, which I'm going to use. So I'm going to spin it around, I'm going to move it around. But yeah, Land Rover, indeed. I found this by the side of the road, strangely enough. Yeah, that looks interesting, that watch. I think we could use that. Maybe a section out of it could look good. I really miss my future husband Luigi. We haven't spoken since 1992. We haven't seen each other since then, so it's really lonely being without him. Let's see how this looks. So yeah, it's a lonely kind of existence, being away from the person you absolutely adore. This love is a very important thing for me, folks. I don't run on hatred or loneliness very well. And Luigi is my only true love. I look forward to seeing him one day, but I'll have to go on television to find him. I do have that feeling that I have to do that. Now that's way too big. But basically I just miss Luigi deeply. It's a very painful sort of a feeling to miss someone that much. It's really painful. I just worry about stuff all the time, stuff that I don't need to worry about. Even though I'm not afraid of death, I used to be afraid of death, folks, and that was what came between me and my future husband Luigi, was that fear. And now I just feel I don't worry about it. I'm free from the fear of death. I'm going to a happier place when I die. I don't have to worry. I'm safe. But when it comes to other things, I get worried. Day-to-day living type things. So yeah, something goes wrong with my computer, I get upset, really upset. I get really fearful and doubtful that the problem's going to be solved. Now that looks shit. I've angled it, but it's still horizontal like. So basically I just get lonely, and the loneliness just feeds all the worries that I have. We want to put this watch on an angle. I want to put it on an angle. But basically I don't fear dying. You know, I'm ready to die. even though I'm not ready to die, I'm not ready to die because I feel I've got work in this life that needs to be completed. That's what I need. But I know I'm not going to die until I've done my work, until I've lived my life and helped improve life for the rest of the human race. Because I do believe that when we live, we shouldn't live just for ourselves. We should live to help others and to help the planet, to clean up the planet. We have to fucking do something, we have to do it. We have to make something of our lives. We can't just simply do what we want to do or what we think is going to be good. We have to do what is proper, what is needed. Use our talents, use our abilities to the max. Try to use your talents and ability to the max instead of just using them just to entertain yourself or your family. It's not just about making pottery or making craft or something like that. It's got to go beyond just that. It's got to be making a difference with your talent, not just using it to idle your time away, doing IDLE activities. We just can't just idle our time away. We've got to use our abilities and make them count so you can still enjoy yourself doing these activities, but they'll have an extra dimension if you do it to help others instead of just doing it just to help yourself or just to keep yourself occupied over a holiday break, for example. So, you've got to take your hobbies and interests and make them count. We can't just sit there and now I'm wondering if we're going to do this differently or if we're going to, it looks a bit, minimalist. I don't want auto, got to make it A4. But basically we've got to make our lives count. Otherwise there's no use in living. Living is just just emptiness. Too many people are just too caught up in their hobbies and interests and excluding anything useful from them. I see people like to go to the community centre and do their Toastmasters and other forms of so-called self-improvement. Some people's activities are a waste of time anyway because they're not talents. They're just being used in the vain effort of trying to so-called self-improve when you're not supposed to be doing things that you can't do that well. You're supposed to aim for excellence at what you can do. Anyway, that looks a little bit on the minimalist side. I'm disappointed, but I don't know, maybe some will like it. I think now we'll call it quits.